Hey, I'm Chris Erlanson, president of 168 Management in Nashville, Tennessee. 168 Management is a Christian management company. We manage acts such as Phillips, Craig and Dean, No Other Name, Shelley Johnson, Michael Watson, High Road 3. We've got a very diverse group of management clients that we serve every day. When people ask me what does a manager do, it's actually a very open a very open answer. Some days we do things that are very interesting, like negotiating a record contract for an artist, or helping an artist make a big financial decision. And then some days it's very easy, like getting ice for the bus, or picking up an artist from the airport. The the answer is very wide, and the reason is because that's what management has become today. It used to be that management companies just sat behind a desk and did one specific thing, or just ended up being a representative for the artist, and that was it. But because of this consolidation that's happened in the music industry and the way that the music industry has shrunk so much, that is called for management companies to step up and really contribute in different ways, and doing everything that they can to help serve an artist and help propel an artist's career forward. I always say that managers, they don't create momentum per se, but a good point to bring in a manager is when the momentum feels like it's bigger than the career of the artist at that point. If you have an artist that's touring 100 dates a year, that's probably about the time that they need a manager. If you have an artist that's selling 10,000 records out of the trunk of their car, it's probably a really good point, really good time where a manager needs to step in and help with connections with a record company and connections with booking agents, and assembling a team that can take that artist's career from being an indie to that next level. When I'm looking at an artist, really what I'm looking at is there a parade that's started already? Do they have a ton of Facebook friends? Do they have a lot of Twitter followers? Are they selling a lot of records on their own? Are they doing a lot of tour dates as is? The rule in my office that we talk about all the time is that an artist has to care about their career more than anyone, and especially more than their own mother. So if it's at the point to where the artist has really invested themselves into their career, the artist has a ministry that's been built, and there's a parade going, and there's record sales, and there's tour dates and all of that. For me as a manager, I look at that and I'm like, okay, God is in the middle of doing something. Sure, I mean, I'm looking to see, is there profitability in in that ministry? Another saying we have in our office is we don't do it for the money, but if it wasn't for the money, we couldn't do it, and that's very true in ministry. There's not necessarily a website that you can go to and look up a list of here's all the interesting managers in Nashville, but compare yourself as an artist to other artists in the industry. If you are like a certain rock artist that you're interested in, find out what managers are successful in that field, and then approach those managers. If you find out that your career is very specific to the church, find managers who know and who understand how to communicate to the church. It doesn't do any good to be a church artist with a rock manager. You've got to have the right fit. You've got to have the right partner in furthering your ministry. When you're looking for a manager, first of all, I always encourage people, walk confident in your calling. If this is really and truly what God has called you to do, He's going to give you the words, and He's going to equip you to be able to have that conversation with a manager. Pick up the phone, call that manager that you're thinking about, thinking about introducing yourself to, and just tell them, what is God doing in your career? What is God doing in your ministry? If you go and just lay out the facts, we don't need sizzle, we don't need hype, we just need just the basic information. What is God doing? And we need to be bragging about what God is doing as opposed to what we think is happening in our career. When you're approaching management companies and shopping yourself for a management deal, please don't pick up the phone and bring us hype. Bring something that that you've invested yourself into. You know, as I've said earlier, you have to believe in yourself more than your own mother. And while that sounds tongue-in-cheek, it's very true. You have to, when you walk into a management office, you've got to show that you've already invested into your career. You've got to show that you've gone out there and you've done the $20 gigs. Nobody wants to do $20 gigs, but that's what you do to help build a career and build a fan base and build a following. You can't walk into a management office and not have a Facebook page set up with several thousand friends. If you haven't built up those Facebook friends, go and do it. Build up those fans. If you've never recorded anything and you're looking for a management deal, it's not time to go get a manager. Go, work yourself in the studio, figure out what you're like on tape, invest into your career, and bring something that's already working, and then a manager can help you take it to that next level.